is equal to log base 3, 1 over 9. I just forgot it. All right, so yeah, so there you go. So log base 3 of 3. Now, this part right here, remember, log base 3 of 3 is just cancels out. So the answer is now just negative 2 is equals to log base 3 of 1 over 9. That's the answer. All right. Okay. So example 5, we're kind of going in the reverse direction now. So the first way we went from y equals b to the power of x to x equals log base b y. Now we're going to go from y equals log base bx to x equal to b to the power of y. So log form to exponential form. What's the base value here? I'm asking. Yeah, it's 4, exactly. So base value is 4, so that's important, that's key. You're going to raise both sides by that base value. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 4 to the power of log base 4, 64, is equal to 4 to the power of 3. Do you see what I did there? Exactly, yeah. So I just kind of raised the whole equation into the exponent form, and then the base value is just 4. Now, another thing that you should know is logs and exponents are inverses of one another. It's kind of like multiplication and division. So they cancel out. So if I have 4 to the exponent of log base 4, that cancels out. So this becomes 64 is equal to 4 to the power of 3. That's the answer. So that's it. So what do you think should go here now? Try your best for example B. Maybe. Let's find out. What's the base value here? Your base value is x? I'll give you a hint. What's the base value here? What I tell you what the natural log is? What's sorry, not the natural log, but what's the like default number that goes here? Do you remember? 10. Yes, there's an invisible 10 there. All right. Okay, yeah. So hopefully, yeah, I think you got it now. So 10 to the power of y is equal to 10 to the power of log base 10x. This cancels out. 10 to the power of y is equal to x. There you go. All right, perfect. Let's move. Okay, so what's our base value here? 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this because, as I mentioned earlier, you can't just plug this into your calculator. If you did log of 81 in your calculator and you got an answer, you probably got a decimal number. The reason why it doesn't work is because, remember, base 10 is what's given to you in your calculator, not base 3. So if you're given anything other than base 10, you cannot just use your calculator. You have to use some, math laws and logic. Well, I know that I can raise everything to the power of 3 to rewrite this, and 3 to the power of log 3 will just cancel out. So that 3 to the power of y is equal to 81. And there's more than one way of doing this, but this is one method. So one method is to realize that 81 is a factor of 3. So what is 81? How can I rewrite 81 in terms of 3 to the power of something? It is 3 to the power of 4. Exactly, yeah. So you can use your calculator, divide by 3 4 times, or, you can figure it out. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. So 3 to the power of y is equal to 3 to the power of 4. When you have the base values exactly the same, then your exponents are equal. So y is equal to 4. Make sense? Okay, try for this example here now. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so yeah, you got it right. In this case, 4 to the power of y, 4 to the power of log base 4 cancels out. 4 to the power of y is equal to 64, and we can rewrite 64 in terms of 4 to the power of 3, and then y is equal to 3. So they're pretty straightforward. If you want to like skip some steps and you just want to go from here to this, you could do this. You know that 64 is 4 to the power of 3, right? Bring the 3 in front. Y is equal to 3 log base 4 to the power of 4, and then this cancels out. Y is equal to 3. All right, go for it. Example B and C. Sure. Alright, but this one, remember base value is 10, right? So I'm going to raise everything to the power of 10. 10 to the power of y, 10 to the power of log. Base 10 is also here. Yeah, these cancel out. So 10 to the power of y is equal to 1 over 100. What you need to realize is that 1 over 100 can be written as 10 to the power of something, an exponent. What is that exponent? It is negative 2, exactly, yeah. So if you can't figure it out, remember 100 is just 10 to the power of 2, right? So this is 1 over 10 squared. And then since, it's in the denominator, if you want it in the numerator, you just add a negative. And there we go. So y is equal to negative 2. All right, try doing the next one. Yeah, good job. So 2 to the power of this, 2 to the power of this, cancels. 2 to the power of y is equal to 1 over 8. And we know that that's the same thing as 1 over 2 to the power of 3, which is just 2 to the power of negative 3. Y is equal to negative 3. Good job. All right, go for it. So we have more examples. Solve these ones. So example 2a. Okay, so exactly the same thing. Remember, log base 3, 9 to the power of 4. Whenever you have an exponent, bring it out in front, right? So this becomes 4 log 3 of 9. Now, can I write 9 as a base value of 3 to the power of an exponent? Yeah, exactly, 2 to 2. Now I have another exponent. Guess what? I can bring it out in front, right? So now this 2 and this 4 are multiplying, if you haven't figured that out. And now log base 3 of 3 just cancels out. So the answer is 8. So there's more than one method of doing this, right? So let's erase this. Let's do another method. Another method is to realize that log base 3, 9 is the same thing as 3 squared, right? And it's to the power of 4. So it's 3 squared to the power of 4. And if you know exponent laws, we know that these multiply exactly. So it's 3 to the power of 8. And log base 3, 3 cancels out, so the answer is 8. Or if you want to do the extra step, just bring the 8 out first and then cancel it out. It doesn't really matter. All right, 2 more examples, B and C. Do your best. First one, doesn't really matter which method you use. Find out 8 is to the power of 3. That's 5, so that's obviously 2 to 15. Log base 2, 2 cancels out. The answer is 15. Yeah, good job. So C, remember exponential, you gotta know exponent laws. And this is the same thing as 125 to the power of 1 half. Because square root is the same thing as to the power of 1 half. Since my base value is 5, I'm going to see if I can write 125 as base value of 5. Can I do that? Okay, let's see. Yeah, exactly. 5 to the power of 3. So this is 5 to the power of 3, 1 half, right? And then you just multiply the exponents, so 3 over 2. And then log base 5, 5 just cancel out. The answer is just 3 over 2. Alright, so in the previous examples, the numbers given were very nice and even and they worked out. But now in this example, we're going to give you numbers that don't work out so nicely. So you have to use the change of base formula. Change of base formula, which is this right here. See if you can try to apply it to this. If you can't do it, I'll help you. Alright, so let's see how do you do this. Well, we know that log base b and m. So b in this case is 5, m is 17. This is going to equal log of, remember m is 17, so log of 17 over log 5. And this you can just plug into your calculator. Okay, and what do you get? So yeah, so you should get 1.76, and that's it. So change of base formula is pretty straightforward. Keep going. All right, example 4. Here, example 4 here. There's a few ways you can do this. First thing I'm gonna do is what's my base value? No. What has the exponent? 2. So my base value is 2. So I'm gonna take log base 2. Remember the very first thing that we did, the first lesson? So I'm going to do log base 2 of both sides. And if I do log base 2 of 2, that's just going to be y, because the log base 2 and 2 cancel out. Okay? So this is one way. But guess what? You don't know how to solve this yet, because you can't do this. So what I'm going to do is actually not do it this way. I'm going to take log base 10 of both sides, because that's the one we can solve using your calculator. So log is equal to log of 2 to the power of y. And this is log base 10. Y goes here. So log of 100 is equal to y log 2. And then you divide both sides by log 2. And remember, log 2 is just a number. So this is just a number now. Log over 100 divided by log over 2. And what is that equal to? What do you get? What number is that? No. It's not log 50. You can't just divide 102. No. You gotta use your calculator. Like log of 100 is a number. Log of 2 is a number. And then you divide those two numbers. It'll be decimal values. Well, log of 100 is 2. 6.64. Yeah, so there you go. So you just use a calculator now. So this is how you solve it. So whenever it asks you to evaluate or something, you gotta change it into log base 10 because that's the one given in our calculator. All right, last example. Log base 1 over 2, 10. Base value is a half. So how do we do this? Well, remember, we're going to use a change of base formula whenever we solve this. So what's my b value? B value is half. M value is 10. So this is equal to log of 10 over log of 0.5. And if you just plug this into your calculator, what's log of 10 divided by log of 0.5? So you should get something close to negative 3.322. There you go. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Good luck. Take care.